is called Dark Room, and it's about when someone has a snapshot image of you, you know, and then you change. You're like, that's not me anymore. So this is Dark Room. With delusions, I never told you the truth. Now you walk this world slower than most. Was it me who tightened the noose? I'm sorry if I did. Oh, I'm so sorry. Think of your parents, think of them. Have they ever looked so good? Think of your parents, think of them, you stink of them. Now there's an image in a dark room, hanging from a peg on a line. If you let me in, I'd tear it down and say, this ain't a photo of mine. Thank you. Really what I feel like playing, and I hope that's alright with you. I've got a long list of songs, and after a while we'll get Christina and Jack to join in. We make half of ABSUMA, and so I'm 1/6. And this song is called Black Friday. I made it up, the first bit of it, when on the Black Friday, with all the Black Friday deals, and you know, it's from the perspective of someone that's pretty sick of all the political stuff. And then the last bit of the song, I had a friend that passed away, not to lower the tone, but and I finished the song after that, and it sort of turned into this thing. So this is Black Friday. I hope I don't offend anyone. I'll never vote Labour again. They sold out to the bankers, those corporate Davos wankers. I'll never back a Tory, it's the same old story. When they shut down the country, they were dancing with their friends, they're all the same. And they say that you're the ones to blame. Well, I refuse to believe the reform is the change that we need. It's a Black Friday. It's a Black Friday, where everything you buy today will soon just be thrown away. Every new contract made facilitates the Kobo trade. Slaves, babes, I refuse, I refuse, I refuse. It's a Black Friday. It's a Black Friday. that door tonight, you saw the tip of his deadly side, and Death the man himself stepped into the light, and he grabbed you by the shoulder, and he softly spoke your name, and he said with just one green traffic light could take away the pain. But you refuse to see. 'Cause every day's a Black Friday to me. Every day, yeah. Every day's a Black Friday to me. So happy Black Friday, everyone. I'll never vote Labour again. They sold out to the bankers, those corporate Davos. I'm never back a Tory, it's the same old story. When they shut down the country, they were dancing with their friends, they're all the fucking same. And I don't think Nigel Farage is the man for the job. Thank you. Into the headspace of someone that is, I'm seriously not. I thought I was for a very long time, and then I realised I was just a fucking idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know that they're all lying, you know. Yeah. That's nice of you. This one is my mum, Sue, over there, I always get to do videos of us. Oh, she's not doing it. No, she is. And she grew up at Hangleton Lane at the bottom of Highdown Hill, in the Downs. And they had a very country upbringing. My granddad come from a gypsy family, and they had a small strawberry field at one point, but they weren't allowed to do much because of the council. But they, in that time period, they had my mum had a pet goose, and when it hatched, it thought my mum was his mum. And then it was called Gander, and my granddad always tried to make friends with it, but when he was drunk, but it never liked him, it was always jumping on the car and stuff. This is Gander the Goose. The band I'm in is called ABSUMA. My granddad built a house and named it after himself. Abraham, Susan, his daughter, and Maureen, his wife. And ABSUMA is the house name. They didn't have Google then, so if they'd have Googled that, they would have found out that it also means marrying your cousin in a different way. But let's pretend we don't have Google. Take a ride up Hangleton Lane, you'll see a girl and a goose. She's playing outside when it rains, when she's cold in for food. She says, "Mom, was that you? Oh, Mom, was that you?" From fluffy down to hardened feathers, that bird was by her side. She couldn't think of a proper name, 'cause nothing seemed quite right. She said, "Gander, Gander the Goose, that'll do." Father's name was Abraham. He had a brown shoe leather tan. When he'd get drunk, he'd go outside and try his luck as a man. He'd say, "Gander, Gander, come here, not a move. Gander, Gander, come here, you stubborn little goose." Mother calls her husband inside and says, "You're a silly old fool. You know full well the goose abides in only our little Sue." She says, "Mom, I love you, oh Mom, I love you." Now if you walk the lane to high downhill and look out to where they called home, you see a garage selling cars, no sign of that old bungalow. Mom, what a view, oh Mom, what a view. Thank you. So this next song, I made it up as a bit of a joke, really. It was some traffic lights in Littlehampton. That's where we're from, Littlehampton, and they were outside the Littlehampton train station. And for it felt like a couple of months. You couldn't move. You couldn't get. If you're trying to head to Bognor, you'd have to drive. You'd have to go all around the houses, and you'd be stuck there for ages. And also a conversation with Christina's granddad. If you speak to anyone from, my granddad's era or Christina's granddad's era, they'll tell you that Littlehampton had it sounds insane to us. It has like 3 cinemas, and you can go do all this crazy stuff. And to us, it's always just been a place where there's nothing going on. So this is Let's Make Littlehampton Great Again. Let's make Littlehampton great again. We don't need new pavements, we need common sense. Let's make Littlehampton good, my friends. I believe we can do it, you and I. It would be nice to leave town and not get stuck at a roundabout for 20 odd minutes. When you're only trying to go Bognor way. Temporary lights mean temporary lights, but these ones are becoming a permanent blight on my everyday life. Yes, I only want to go Bognor way. I don't want to go for the industrial estate. Let's make Littlehampton great again. We don't need new pavements, we need common sense. Let's make Littlehampton good, my friends. I believe we can do it, you and I. Ask your granddad how it felt to leave the Crown, have cockles and whelks, watch a film at the Odeon, dance all night at a dance hall, fight sailors 'cause you're local. And then in the morning to nurse that LA hangover, you can have a nice glass of Anchor Springs clear water. Let's make Littlehampton great again. We don't need new pavements, we need common sense. Let's make Littlehampton good, my friends. I believe we can do it, you and I. So this is like my toast to Hampton. I won't do the whole thing, can't remember it. So to all you Wickites and Rustington neighbours, to the Vietnamese nail bars and the Portuguese grill, to the charcoal bar and best kebab, to the Dinky Doo diner and the football lads, to the crazies on the golf course, to the drunks outside Ladbrokes, to the ghosts in the Dolphin who call this place home. Ah, Littlehampton, let's have a toast to Littlehampton. Let's make Littlehampton great again. I believe we can do it, you and I. Let's make Littlehampton good, my friends. I believe it's possible and we should try. Thank you. One more, or do you want to do one? Okay. I'll do one more.
What about Arundel?
Make Bognor great again.
Well, that's one of the things.
You mentioned the barbers. If it was about Bognor, you have to mention the barbers as well.
So I learned guitar in Bognor with a man called Mr. Leftoff, Sasha Leftoff, a Russian man, and he runs the music school there. And they do a cinema there every now and again. It's a good thing to do. I recently reconnected with him, and he said, Simon, I showed him the songs, and he was like, that's great, but pick up your real guitar, because all he cares about was classical guitar. And but he did appreciate what I was doing, I think, which is nice. This is Listen to the Ones You Love. I think it's set over a couple having an argument in the kitchen. Known you for years, and you still don't know how many sugars I take. I just take what you give me. Haven't you heard? We're all going out before it all closes down again. Won't you come with me? Oh, you should listen to the ones you love. If you need to keep them, oh, you should listen to the ones you love. For all of this time, you'd been hiding the things that you held dearest. Do you want my forgiveness? Walked out the door and left you behind. I want you to hear this, 'cause you should listen to the ones you love. If you need to keep them, you should listen to the ones you love. Thank you. It's a little something.